the selected one. God is interacting with you right now. This is not a message to ignore or scroll over. God Himself is urging you to accept a holy riches contract designed just for you, unleashing blessings and wealth like you've never seen before. This is a divine appointment, a once-in-a-lifetime chance. God is saying, I want you wealthy. I have prepared riches for you, but you must accept them instantly. Hesitation equals loss. Delay is in denial. If you do not accept this wealth contract today, you will be closing the door on your future. The universe is changing, and this chance exists right now, but won't wait for you. Time is running out. This is a spiritual and financial awakening that will take you from scarcity to unlimited prosperity. The blessings you've been hoping for are going to appear, but only if you say yes. Stop everything. Pause the video and complete the 3 key tasks. Press the like button. Secure your commitment. Subscribe. As a result, this message is received by its intended recipients. Prepare for a breakthrough. Leave the number in the comments. This magical number sends a powerful message to the skies to release your blessings. God is waiting. God is calling. Only those who agree will have a prosperous and favorable future. Will you accept? Will you receive? Your destiny is calling. Don't turn away. Let's get your wealth contract. You've been carrying the weight too long. The weight of past due obligations. The silent shame of accumulating debt. Fear grips your heart every time you open your financial app or answer a phone call from a certain number. God has seen everything, and suddenly He adds, it stops here. He is not ignoring the weight you have been bearing. He addresses it with heavenly strength. Heaven has revealed your identity, and the first item on this heavenly riches agreement is debt relief. Not only physically, but also spiritually. Debt impacts more than simply your money. It affects the way you worship. It erodes your confidence, clouded your vision, and suffocated your sense of purpose. But when God cancels anything, He does it completely. There are no lingering debts or spiritual interest expenses. God isn't only offering you comfort. He is freeing you. You are leaving the prison of desire and entering the promise of freedom. What was formerly unthinkable has become unavoidable because heaven has signed the order. Understand this. This isn't a transaction. It is a covenant, a divine agreement, a supernatural document sealed with Jesus' blood and written in the ink of God's favor. You don't beg for sympathy. You are receiving an inheritance. Every dollar owed, every ounce of pressure, it is being buried under the weight of divine providence. This is your first step toward abundance. Your debt is paid off. Let's be real. You examine your life and noticed an empty bank account. There is no hope, and your vision is warped. But let me tell you the greatest secret that heaven has ever revealed. God generates His biggest rewards from the most basic beginnings. The world considers 0 a failure. God sees 0 as the foundation. You're being stripped not to be humiliated, but to be ready for greatness. Being broke did not break you. It gave you birth. The grind did not wreck you. It formed you. You're not destitute. You're prepared. Rejection, delay, and loss. They did not reduce your value. They exhibited your resilience. And this is what God says. You've been faithful with nothing, so I can trust you with everything. You're about to climb, not on credit, but under a covenant. God is bringing you back from the ashes to prosperity. What's coming is more than just a financial turnaround. It's a food system reset. God is resetting your life, behavior, and thinking. Your income streams and contacts. He is building new foundations. Not only cash flow, but kingdom flow. You are being repositioned as a lender, not a borrower. You are going from broke to blessed. And your story is unfolding into a divine design. You've gone through seasons when scarcity was your only reality. You've mastered the art of stretching cash, feigning strength, and acting calm while drowning in stress. But I have great news for your soul. That term has passed. Poverty is not your portion. You're not known for scarcity. Lack has been evicted, and God has handed you a wealth license. When God terminates anything, He does not just halt it, He completely erases it. The curse of not having enough is being removed from your life and bloodline. What held your parents and grandparents captive will not follow you. It isn't just about your money. It's about your legacy. Luck was not something you inherited. Abundance is your birthright. You are not a struggler. You are the caretaker of amazing supplies. Doors that had previously been closed due to budgetary restrictions are now opening thanks to divine intervention. God is providing you access to things you couldn't afford, qualify for, or even imagine. You are moving from survival to sovereignty mode. Unlimited does not imply irresponsibility. It refers to constant providing. Every time you believe you've run out, God will replace your supply. Welcome to the new normal. Overflow. What if I told you that your financial statement will soon become a spiritual witness? That it is about bearing testimony to God's goodness, glory, and generosity. Because what is coming for you will defy logic. It will have a supernatural quality. Divine deposits are being provided to you, not because you earned them, but because you have been entrusted. Plan for financial miracles, unexpected checks and settlements, anonymous blessings, business breakthroughs, not because you twisted it, but because God ordered it. Your faith unlocked the door, and heaven is now funding your future. The statistics on your statement will no longer cause you to weep in frustration. They'll have you praying with astonishment. God is using money to deliver a clear message. I see you. I favor you. I will finance you. Money will no longer be your dictator. Your ministry to your account will be more effective than any sermon. It will inform the world. This is what happens when God signs the contract. Buckle up. You're about to get supernatural financing. God is more than just a provider. He is a restorer. And heaven is now trying to recompense you for every second you grieved in silence, while others laughed at every missed opportunity, every money you lost, every door that closed in your face. God states, I owe you restoration. He does not just restore what you have lost. He doubles it. What the opponent wanted was wicked. God is flipping for profit. He is transforming the time you thought was wasted into knowledge. Your connections failed you. They were only creating place for heavenly partnerships. The money disappeared. God not only renews it, but also raises its worth. You've been faithful, and now the harvest is inevitable. The debt that others have incurred for you is being converted into a heavenly profit. God keeps immaculate records and always settles accounts. You are not entering a season of compensation. You're about to enter a season of overflowing repair. Get ready. The comeback is bigger than the loss. For years, you've sneaked through rooms, created dreams in secret, and labored while others watch you suffer. You've wept in the toilet, encouraged others while no one saw your own exhaustion, and wondered whether your gifts would ever find a home for you. But this is what God says now. Your invisible season has finished. He is dragging you out of obscurity and blasting you into the spotlight. Not for attention, but to do a task. God is the master of perfect timing. He allows hidden seasons not to punish you, but rather to prepare you. He had to keep you concealed while your roots grew deep so that your fruit might thrive. And now, every seed you planted in secret is ready to be reaped in public. You are not only being seen, you're being recognized. You aren't chasing opportunities. Opportunity is seeking you. It's not just about height. This is a celestial activation. The world will soon recognize your wealth as a witness to the God who lifts the downtrodden and exalts the faithful. Business doors are opening. Clients are finding you. Investors are calling. Revenue streams are expanding. You're going from invisible to unstoppable, and your name is discussed in locations you haven't been yet. Get ready. The stage has been set. This wealth agreement is about more than just money. It's all about the territory. God is not only blessing your money, He's expanding your land. You are a co-owner. Property reflects your promise. Your legacy is derived from the heritage of earlier generations. You are being positioned. You want more than just money. You want to possess the land you've been renting out for too long. I saw others with building keys, land rights, and legacy titles, but you just had ambitions. But God is altering the script. He's making you the head, not the tail. He is putting your name on titles, legal documents, and the walls of places where you never imagined owning real estate. Miracles are being written into your story. The land is yours. Go get it. is not only about blessing you, it is about blessing your bloodline. Your children's children will walk around the land you own. They will expand on the foundation you set. You are not just moving into a new house. You are reaching a new level of dominance. God did not bring you this far only to lease. He picked you to lead. This deal is about land, heritage, and perpetual living. Claim it. You're not going into this season alone. Heaven has lined up supernatural investors for your future. Angels are being dispatched to assist your firm. Accelerate your work and eliminate delays. You are about to enter unusual conditions. This is a remarkable deployment backed by celestial force. God funds what he likes. And now that you've been chosen by the sky, riches are heading your way. However, this goes beyond the financial gains. You are surrounded with heavenly intelligence, spiritual advisors, divine protectors, and celestial connections. You need support that is not exclusive to human resources. It is sent from above. Expect unusual endorsements. Expect moments that defy logic. Expect to walk into meetings and hear people say, "I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but something tells me to help you." This is not luck. That's celestial alignment. That is the investment angels working on your behalf. You're not alone in the boardroom. You are not alone in the battlefield. God has sent back up, and it is powerful. Gone are the days when great ideas perished in notebooks. Your visions, multi-million-dollar business ideas, brand concepts, and innovations, they are currently being supported. God is not asking you to beg for help. He is directing funds to your mission. You are not expected to just survive financially. You're meant to start and fund movements. Now is the time to embrace entrepreneurship, brand identity, intellectual property, scalable income, and many revenue streams. What formerly appeared too big is now exactly what God is preparing you to accomplish. You own celestial capital. Heaven has just approved your purposes budget. Resources are being focused towards your firm. Collaborators are drawn to your brand. Creative downloads come with a straightforward, practical plan. You are no longer seeking finance. You are the source of funding. God is changing you into a financial system. Allow this reality to sink in deeply. You will not toil to get wealthy. You will not burn out while you're lucky. God's favor is not acquired by tiredness. It is released via alignment. You're about to start a season in which Favre will do the heavy lifting that your hands couldn't accomplish. This does not mean you will not work. It implies that your task will be miraculously efficient. What formerly took 10 years will now take 10 weeks. What formerly seemed like a hustle will now feel like a flow. You're going from grind to grace mode. This is not laziness. It's lordship. You gave up, and now God is supplying. People will look at you and wonder how things happened so rapidly, how it appeared out of nowhere. But you'll know the truth. God did it. You came prepared to obey, and heaven provided abundantly. Allow the records to reflect. You didn't pursue the sack. The bag chased you. There is a payroll in heaven, and your name has now risen to the top tier. God does not employ without compensation. And since you committed to the call, even when it hurt, he won't just reward you. He will pay you forward. Supernatural abundance means you will have more than enough, not just for your needs, but also because of your goodness. You will fund missions. You will repay people's mortgages. You will disperse seeds across ministries, schools, and communities. You will not need to wait for help. You will be the assistance. God observed every time you felt nervous when looking at a bill, as well as every time you gave when you didn't have enough. He recorded it, and now he's sending overflow, not just to pay what's owed, but also to open up new future possibilities. You are on the heavenly payroll. Direct deposit from heaven is now accessible. Let's talk about the doors that did not open, those that did not call back. Opportunities slipped through your fingers. The no's that crushed you. You wonder what was wrong with me, but you're about to understand. The no's were not rejections. They were redirections. God was not closing the doors to punish you. He was placing you. Every time you were stopped, delayed, or denied, God said, "Not this. I've improved." He saw the rooms you asked to enter and recognized they were inadequate for your destiny. He saw what you did not see. Fake pals, deceptive contracts, and dead-end deals. Instead of allowing you to settle, he said, "Wait." The wait was worthwhile. It was strategic. Now, ready for the yes. That will make you forget all the no's. The divine yes. It will bash up every door the opponent tries to keep shut. You'll be entering rooms designed just for you. Offers that make no logical sense are coming your way. Deals, invites, and money. They will not come because of who you know. They're coming because God said yes. There was a time when struggle felt normal. When struggle became a part of your regular routine. When survival was your only option. But let me be clear, the contract is void. Heaven has split apart. You no longer live by the commitment to fight. You are now under a covenant of plenty. Your identity isn't in turmoil. It has promise. You're not obligated. You are covered. Your enemy has published lies in the past. But God has transformed your whole story. What used to define you is now missing an upheaval. The blood of Jesus washes away despair. There's a new harmony in your life. Wealth encourages peace and progress. This is more than just a motivational phrase. It's a prophetic statement. The cycle of breaking through the ceiling is devastating. The fight is diminishing. In its place come clarity, confidence, and money flow. God did not create you to fight forever. He's called you to prosper. Get out of the dispute. You got a new contract now. You've been misjudged, ridiculed, and laughed at. They called your ambitions irrational, your faith silly, and your struggle unending. What they didn't comprehend was that God was hiding a masterpiece underneath the filth. The identical jaws that offended you are about to marvel at your looks. Allow them to talk. Allow them to doubt. Let them laugh. Because God operates without their permission. Only your faith. You do not need revenge. You need results. And God is ready to expose your success as a prophetic sign. Your breezes will be more audible than your words. Prepare to be a living testimonial and a moving miracle. Those who said you'd never make it will have to concede. Surely the Lord is with them. You're shifting from invisible to identifiable, from rejected to famous. Your ascent will be public because your anguish was public. God is going to unveil your victory. Let's make everything plain. You're not only about money. It is having an effect on you. God is changing you into a kingdom millionaire. This suggests that your money has a purpose. Your overflow has an assignment. And your success will be entirely purposeful and generational. It's not about ego or excess. Everything boils down to influence. God is calling you to fund dreams, disrupt cycles, empower people, and build empires that will praise Him. You will not just wear wealth, you will utilize it. You will write checks that change people's lives. You will help causes that have a global impact. You will never apologize for it, since it is not a source of pride. It's purpose. So accept it. Don't shrink. Do not deny what God is doing. Walk through it. Own it. Speak like a millionaire. Move as if you were the caretaker of heaven's economy. Think strategically. Pray with power. Spend with purpose. You're not getting affluent just to be comfortable. You're growing wealthy. For kingdom transformation. It is already happening. Step into it. You've had enough of watching others testify and wondering when it's your turn. You have cheered, prayed, and sowed for them. Now God says it's your time. The atmosphere is changing, and you are entering a season when miracles will become prevalent. They'll be regular. What was once believed impossible will eventually become commonplace. The supernatural is becoming your standard. This is not about getting goosebumps or having an emotional experience. It's all about evidence, true breakthroughs, and genuine results. You will no longer need to explain your beliefs with words. Your existence will speak for you. Your testimony will be real proof that God is still doing amazing things. Every dry area is predicted to get rain. God is pouring amazing liquid into the dry regions in your life. What did the opponent convince you is dead, forgotten, or too far gone? God is resurrecting with force. The hands that were once empty will now be full with harvest, healing, and heaven's handprints. So get ready. Miracles are coming in. Your relationships, finances, mindset, and ministry. You do not need to beg or strive. Simply believe. God is not waiting for you to be perfect. He is waiting for you to anticipate the impossible. And during this season, impossible becomes your address. Your voice has exceptional quality. It is not only what you say, but also what you carry. Your voice has been silenced and degraded, ignored, but not anymore. God is anointing your words, and they will lead to new opportunities. Your declarations are keys. Your praise functions as a password. Your admiration is a weapon. For too long, you've been whispering when God told you to roar. However, nowadays, every word that is coupled with His word functions as a heavenly unlocking mechanism. Speak healing, and it will happen. Speak forever, and it will emerge. Speak riches, and they will find you. God is using your vocal cords to rewrite earthly atmospheres. Stop shrinking. Stop concealing your testimony. Your story has power. Your survival is vital. When you speak, heaven responds and hell shakes. The days of being mute to make others comfortable are over. It's time to lift your voice and unleash the scream that shakes buildings and shatters spiritual ceilings. God is changing your voice into a spiritual instrument. It will summon angels. It will draw resources. It will reshuffle the rooms. Don't question it. Declare it. Because during this season, your voice marks a shift in the natural world. Growth takes time. A systematic approach is necessary for success. But when God gets involved, acceleration is yours. He's jumped into your timeline and pressed fast forward. Things are going to appear and multiply at unprecedented speeds. You've spent years being faithful in little ways, and now God is collapsing. It's time to reward your devotion. Meetings that would often take months to prepare will take place in a single day. Connections that might normally take years to form will show quickly. What the world calls chance is really kingdom acceleration. Do not be frightened to act rapidly just because it is unusual. You are not avoiding the process. You have incredible momentum. The waiting period has elapsed. God is reclaiming time, restoring years, and releasing the harvest. He is not intending to take you by surprise. He's trying to catch up with your celestial speed. Your name is on the fast track. You're moving from the back of the line to the front of the table. And it's not because of who you know. It's due to your God-given identity. Buckle your seatbelt. Divine acceleration is pulling you forward. You did not undertake these conflicts just for your own benefit. War, tragedy, and misery. It was all about your function as a cycle breaker. God did not just choose you to be blessed. He chose you to break the curses and create a new line of legacy. You are the spark for ending the cycle of poverty that spans generations. You are the disruptor of generational misery. You are the one who will pass on knowledge, wealth, and worship, not fear, addiction, or scarcity. You are not some random individual. You're a root planter and tree builder. Your ceiling will be your children's floor. Yes, it is heavy, but God has prepared you for this. He has given you insight, endurance, and resources that your forebears did not possess. Do not be resentful of the burden. It represents your purpose. You are not just harboring dreams. You are carrying a whole bloodline forward. This is more than income. It's about inheritance. You're not merely changing your story. You are changing the story of everyone around you. And God is making you the example of what is possible. When heaven crosses a family line, obedience isn't glamorous, but it is effective. It may not always follow logic, but it always results in a change. Every time you said yes to God, no matter what it cost you, you were opening a gate. And now the floodgates of heaven are opening, pouring forth blessings. You won't have enough space to contain. Do not underestimate the power your peaceful obedience has unleashed. When no one was watching, you murmured prayers in which your sacrifices were heard. When nobody applauded, I documented your faithfulness without the need for a stage to celebrate it in heaven. The skies are now open. Rain is falling. And what's coming isn't just a sprinkle. It's raining. Ensure safety and encourage harmony. God doesn't reward perfection. He rewards positioning. You answered yes. The rain of celestial prosperity is now being unleashed. Get your buckets ready. This isn't a drizzle. The rain is pouring down. Your field is fertile. Your sky is full. And your obedience has resulted in an endless outpouring. You are about to reach a state of ecstasy, irrigated by paradise. There were times when no one saw you where you posted, and no one cared, prayed, or did anything. Worked, but nothing happened. But God was not absent. He was concealing you to calibrate. And now he's ready to introduce you to the world with authority, clarity, and exposure. What was once private preparation is now becoming public speech. You're going to be called on, sought out, discovered not for popularity, but for a purpose. God is repurposing your agony into a platform for His glory. The silence has ended. Your season of announcements has here. Testimony that appeared far will become a daily reality. And it won't be subtle. It will be supernatural. People will ask, "What happened to you?" And your only response will be, "God affected my life." You won't need to seek attention. Your transformation will entice it. Don't be shocked if strangers recognize your skill. When the nations hear your words, when platforms become available that you never applied for, God is amplifying your story. Not for celebrity, but for influence. This is your testimony time. You thought you'd lost something when you contributed. You assumed sacrifice meant subtracting. However, in God's economy, giving causes multiplication, and you enter a cycle of eternal harvest in which every seed sown is not only added, but multiplied. Your generosity, whether in the form of time, money, expertise, or love, was not forgotten. God saw everything, and now He is sending lots of angels to locate your soil, reap where you've sowed, and at spots that others have forgotten. But God never did. The earth teaches scarcity, but paradise is based on miraculous return. What came from your hands? Never forsake your future. It was just an investment in the realm of inexorable returns. And that return is now manifesting in ideas, partnerships, promotions, and supplies. Do not stop sowing. The more you release, the more God refills and grows. You are not being drained. You are being developed. You're becoming a financial powerhouse. And your seed is your secret weapon. This is the time when God blends heavenly knowledge with practical strategy. You're not just going to shout. You're going to scale. You're not just going to pray. You're going to plan. Heaven is providing answers that will do what others have taken decades to achieve. It will take you just a few months. Ideas are pouring, systems are being developed, and models are forming. And it is not random. It is divine intelligence. You'll wake up with business ideas. You will dream of blueprints. You will get files that will set industries ablaze. Because God is not only blessing you with money, He is giving you structure. Every action you take is weight. You'll stop guessing and start governing. You will move from perplexity to clarity. Stop wasting energy. There will be no more lost time. You are now walking in the light of divine correctness. The kingdom needs money, education, and the capacity to lead by example. God is training you to be a spiritual strategist for marketplace ministry and media. Take notice of how everything functions together. You've been hoping for a breakthrough for quite some time. You've waited, fasted, sobbed, and begged God to give assistance. What if I told you that you were the answer to the prayer? What if the breakthrough you've been looking for comes from within? God is shifting your viewpoint from despair to dominion. You have answers. You travel light. You wield power. And the delay did not constitute a rejection. It was a process of development. God was developing you. The knowledge, power, and revelation needed to be what others want. You're not waiting for a miracle. You're becoming a walking miracle. Everything you've gone through has prepared you to break down barriers for your family, generation, and industry. You are not average. You are anointed. You're not stuck. You've adopted a strategic position. The opponent was aware of this. That explains why the battle was so intense. But it's too late now. You have awoken. So change your phrase. No more saying, "I'm only trying to get by." Instead, declare that I am the breakthrough. Doors will open as you enter. Speaking causes atmospheres to change. Solutions will arise if you show up. You embody heaven's turmoil on earth. It's time to get over the myth that you lost your opportunity because you didn't. Every delay you experienced was not a loss. It was a lesson. God was preparing you in hidden places, not to punish you, but to empower you with authority. Your delay functioned as a divine education while you waited. God boosted your endurance when the doors did not open. He was honing your judgment while others rushed ahead. He was establishing your character. You are not simply prepared for a blessing. You're prepared to carry the weight of it. You have been certified at the concealed place. Allow the world to rush. You are exactly on time. God wasn't hiding anything from you. He was saving something for you, and you'll be able to bear it now that He's released it. Your delay developed muscle. Others lack spiritual fortitude, emotional muscle, and cerebral clarity. And now you'll climb differently. You'll move with focus, not fear. You will recognize what is real. You will not chase status. You'll walk with substance. It never was a denial. It was an excellent refinement. And now, the polished version of yourself is ready to lead. You're not simply making choices. You're making predictive moves. Your next action or movement, your next yes will impact the whole atmosphere. This isn't ordinary progress. It's a divinely guided, exact action. Do not take your next decision lightly. Heaven is working with you to arrange results that will affect families, communities, and nations via the contract you're going to sign. The conference you're going to attend, the door you're about to walk through, is larger than you think. It's part of a prophetic setup. God is downloading clarity. Do not rush. Do not get away from the pressure. Move away from the presence. When He gives you the go-ahead, go forward with confidence. There is no more room for tiny, safe decisions. This next move has momentum. You have not guessed for generations. You've been led. And when heaven guides your acts, Satan cannot derail the outcome. Inhale deeply.